Hey gang, welcome to the 2016 Draft Selection Show. Here in the new headquarters of Fantasy Sports Alliance, at least our new studio, we have moved ourselves into the garage this year with a very nice lighting system we have now. Special thanks to an old soldier friend of mine for donating those to us. This is how this is going to happen. This is how this is going to go. We are going to draft or do the selection for the FSA North first. That includes the regions of the Mid-Atlantic and the Appalachian region. What we have done is we've got 2 cinch sacks here, going back to the old double blind draw method that we used years ago. Inside the sack here are going to be footballs that look just like this. That's got the draft number on it. As you can see, this is probably backwards for you all out there. So this will be the numbers 1 through 10 coming out of this sack right here, which we will draw from first. Secondly, will be in this sack will be a set of balls that look just like this. Hard plastic, almost Easter egg like, will be pulled out of that sack. In those are each one of the teams that are represented in the FSA North. After we get done selecting the FSA North, we're going to take about a 15-minute break, reset everything, and then we will do the Great Lakes selection right after that. So, without further ado, reach into our first sack, shake it up nice and good, pull out the first number. First number is 5. So whoever gets pulled out of this sack right here will get the 5th pick in this year's draft in the FSA North. And that is going to belong to the Demigods and Neil Brocious. Demigods and Neil Brocious. Neil, you have the 5th pick in the FSA draft this year. Alright, so I'm going to shake up the first sack again. Pull out a number. Number 2. Number 2 is going to go to next one out of the chute is Melissa Garcia. Melissa is one of our new members this year. We have yet to come up with a team name, logo, or word mark for her. We will be doing that before the season starts, but as of right now, Melissa, you have the 2nd pick. Alright, back to our number bag. Next one out of the chute is number 1. The number 1 draft pick is up right now. That is going to go to number 1 draft pick is going to Alpine Angels and Luann Hadlock. Luann is coming to us from Pigskin Addiction. She has the number 1 draft pick this year in the FSA North. 7 slots still up to grab. Next one out of the chute is 10. 10. This will be the last selection in the first round and the first selection in the second round. It will go to That's What She Said and Kelvin Ringgold. Kelvin was with us in the Southwest region last year. A PCS move because of the military has sent him up to the Mid-Atlantic region, and he will be picking 10th this year. Next one out of the sack is number 3. So the number 3 pick is going to go to Jason Holmes. Jason Holmes is another new member for us out of the Appalachian region. Jason Holmes has the number 3 pick in the FSA North. Coming out of the sack next is the number 8 pick. Number 8 pick. 8 is going to go to Schadenfreude. I think I'm saying that right, Joe. This is another one of our new members out of the Mid-Atlantic. has the number 8 pick in the FSA North. 4 more spots left to pick in the FSA North. Next one out of the sack is number 4. Number 4, just like Brett Favre, who just got retired this weekend, or got put into the Hall of Fame this weekend. Number 4 goes to Cockbird Express. Chris, I think you're on right now. Cockbird Express gets the number 4 pick in the FSA North. If you all would like to, I've got you live on my computer next to me. If you make any comments, I will be able to see them. So go ahead and comment as you see these going up. Chris says, I'll take it. Well, it's yours, so you can't give it back. Next pick out of the chute is 6. 6 pick goes to Ginger Snaps and AJ Yeager. AJ, you've got the number 6 pick. Alright, that means we've got 2 picks left in the sack. Looking for 7 and 9 still. 7 and 9. Next one out of the chute is number 9. Number 9. 9 will go to the Hogs and Chris Hadlock. He is the owner of Pigskin Addiction. He will be playing against his wife in this region this year. So number 9 goes to Chris Hadlock. And that means the last selection that we have for the FSA North is going to be spot number 7. Spot number 7. And 7 belongs to, last egg in the hat, the Bacchanalians and Monica Richardson. She is the Appalachian Regional Manager, and she gets the number 7 overall pick in the FSA North. So to recap, number 1 pick goes to Luann Hadlick and the Alpine Angels. Number 2, Melissa Garcia. Number 3, Jason Holmes. Number 4, Chris P. and the Cockbird Express. Chris 5, Neil Brocious and the Demigods. Number 6, AJ Yeager and the Ginger Snaps. Number 7, Monica Richardson and the Bacchanalians. Number 8, Schadenfreude. I'm still hoping I'm saying that correct. And Joe. Number 9 goes to Chris Hadlock and the Hogs. And number 10 goes to That's What She Said and Kelvin Ringgold. Give us 15 minutes to reset everything. And we will be back at 4:25 East Coast time. A little bit more than 15 minutes. And we will be picking the FSA Great Lakes region. We will also be posting these results on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook later on today. So come back in 15 minutes and we will reset everything for the FSA Great Lakes. Hey gang, welcome back. It is now time to select the FSA Great Lakes to see what the draft order will be for those who are drafting on 3 September. We just concluded the FSA North. The number 1 draft pick went to Luann Hadlick, which is one of our members out of the Pigskin Addiction. She will have the number 1 draft pick in the FSA North on 3 September. So let's get to it. First number out of the cinch sack is the number 6th pick. Number 6. And the number 6 pick is going to go to the Diablos and Dario Guajardo. The Diablos are getting the number 6 pick in the draft in the FSA Great Lakes. Next ball out of the sack is number 2 pick. Number 2. And the number 2 pick is going to go to Jason Hazlett. Jason is going through a rebrand this year with his former team, the Aliens. We think we have decided and settled on a name of the Dayton Cavalry. Should be a press release released sometime after this draft selection show today, along with his new logo and his new brand. So congratulations, Jason, you have the number 2 pick. Next in the sack is number 3 pick. Number 3 pick. And the number 3 pick goes to number 3 goes to Matt Little and the Wallabies. Sorry about that, Matt. Matt Little and the Wallabies. Matt has gone through a brand rechange since last year as well. So Matt, you have the number 3 pick in the Great Lakes. Matt wrote me earlier today hoping for the 6th pick. Hate to tell you, buddy, you got the number 3 pick. All right, next out of the sack is the number 9 pick. Number 9. And number 9 will go to number 9 goes to the Maelstroms. And Joseph Maelstrom, how convenient that his last name and the name of his team are pretty close and similar. So, Joe, you have the number 9 pick overall in the Great Lakes draft. Next out of the sack is the number 4 pick. Number 4. Number 4 is going to go to the Killers and John Bouchard. And yes, we are related. Killers, John Bouchard has the number 4 overall pick. Alright, that's 5 picks down, 5 to go. The number 8 pick. Number 8. The number 8 pick is going to go to the McCrackens. With the number 1 selection still left in there, I thought Phil had a chance to get the number 1 pick for 3 years in a row. But Phil, you got the number 8 pick this year. Number 8. Dario, I saw you just joined. You were the first one out of the hat. You are the number 6th pick in the Great Lakes region. Number 6. Since I just saw you log in, I want to make sure you knew. Alright, that's 6 picks, 4 left to go. Next one out of the sack is number 10. The person with this selection will get the last pick in the first round and the first pick in the second round. And the 10th pick belongs to the Dogs and Greg DeLong. Greg, you have the 10th pick this year. Alright, up for grabs is still the number 1 pick. It is still in the cinch sack. See who we're pulling out next. The number 5 pick. Number 5. Number 5 is going to Number 5 is going to James Wells. James is also in the middle of rebranding his team. His team for the last couple years have been the Cubs, because it was the plane that he was flying at the time. He has since bought himself a plane, and we're working on rebranding based on the new plane. So James, you have the number 5 pick. Still up for grab is the number 1 and the number 7 pick. And out here it comes. The number 1 pick in the FSA Great Lakes region belongs to number 1 pick to Ty Rowland, last year's Rookie General Manager of the Year. Ty Rowland, number 1 pick in this year's Great Lakes Draft. Alright, that means the last one in the sack is the 7th pick. Number 7. 7. And it belongs to Sean Lapp in the Pigskin Addiction. Our last member from the Pigskin Addiction. Sean, you are picking 7th in the FSA Great Lakes. So that concludes the FSA Great Lakes. Give us about 10 minutes this time to reset. So we'll be back at 4:40 East Coast time. Give us 10 minutes to reset, and we'll see you back here for the FSA South selection. See you then. Hey gang, we are back. This is the third of 4 installments of the FSA Draft Selection Show for this season. We are about to select the draft order for the 3 September FSA draft for the FSA South region. The FSA South region is going to include the Pac South and the South Atlantic regions this year. So Ryan McNeil, the Pac South regional manager, says let's go, so let's get to it. So we shake up the bag worth of numbers, reach in here and pull out our first number for the FSA South. The first number out of the chute is 10. So the person that gets the 10th pick will get the last pick in the first round, and they will also get the first pick in the second round. And the 10th pick will belong to David Hinkle and the Smilodons. David Hinkle and the Smilodons. David is a new member to us coming out of Florida this year. He will have the last pick in the first round and the first pick in the second round. All right. Shake up our number sack. Pull out the next number. The next number is 7. 7. And the 7th pick is going to go to Lucy James and the Hookers. For those of you who are new to FSA, Lucy James is our back-to-back champion the last 2 seasons in a row. Hoping to keep her from getting a 3rd straight championship. We've already told her that if she gets a 3rd straight one, she gets to retire. She gets the 7th pick in this year's FSA South draft. Next out of the hat, out of the sack, is number 6. Number 6. Number 6 is going to go to Aaron Vasquez. Aaron is a new member to us out of the Pac South this year, recruited by Ryan McNeil for us. So Aaron gets the number 6th pick in the FSA South region. So far, nothing in the top 10. Shake this thing up a little bit better and see if we can get something in the top 5. I'm sorry, nothing in the top 5. Number 8, still sticking in the high numbers. Number 8. We had a little bit of a hiccup there for a second. Number 8 will go to the Rum Runners and Rusty James, picking directly after his wife this year. Pretty sure the same thing happened last year or the year before. They were right behind each other, and I think Lucy had the first pick on him. So maybe a little bit more bad news for Rusty. All right, 4 picks down, 6 to go. So the next one out is the number 1 pick. Number 1 pick in the FSA South. Make sure we shake this thing up nice and good. Number 1 pick is going to go to Ryan. You make sure you let that wife know. Shelby McNeil and Show Me Your TDs gets the number 1 pick this year in the FSA South region. Sorry, brother. All right. Next out of the sack is the number 3 pick. Number 3. Is she super excited she got the number 1? Number 3 is going to Lynn Jones and the Sea Hags, one of our new members down in Florida. Lynn Jones and the Sea Hags gets the number 3 pick. All right. Next one out of the sack is number 2. Backing it up, number 2. Kind of poetic justice, Ryan, if this is where you get right here. Boom. Number 2 is going to Ricky Ayers in the Carolina Nation. Ricky Ayers. Ricky is moving from the Pac South to the South Atlantic this year because of a PCS move. Still playing with the same group of folks that he played with last year since these two regions got combined this year, though. All right. 7 down, 3 to go. Number 9. Number 9. Number 9 is going to Falconian Assault and Charles Davis, another recruit that Ryan McNeil brought to us a couple years ago. Yep, I even mentioned that earlier, Ryan, that the person that got the number 4 with Brett Favre retiring last night, that would be poetic justice if we could pull the number 4 for you. See what we got. We got 2 numbers left. We got 4 and 5 still left to go. Look at that. Number 4. Let's see if we can pull the footlongs out of here for Ryan. Waldron, I see you join. Perfect timing, man. I'm getting ready to finish up the FSA South, and then give us about 10 minutes to reset, and the FSA Southwest will be picked from, which is where you're at. And number 4 pick goes to Cody Paul in the machine. That means last number in the sack should be number 5. Number 5, and the only team we haven't seen show up yet is the footlongs. So it should be Ryan McNeil and the footlongs. There you go, brother. Number 5. All right, y'all. Give us about 10 to 15 to reset. Let me look at the clock here. Go ahead and give us right till top of the hour at 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock East Coast time, join us again, and we will do the last region, which will be the Southwest region. We'll see you back here in about 12 minutes. Welcome to the last draft selection show of the 2016 season. We are now going to pick the FSA Southwest region. Congratulations to all of the number 1 picks from earlier. We have Luann Hadlick, the Alpine Angels, out of the FSA North. The Muscle and Ty Rowland out of the FSA Great Lakes. Show Me Your TDs and Shelby McNeil out of the FSA South. And now we're going to be picking the Southwest. So we'll put out a couple more pieces of information after this one is done. And this will conclude the draft selection. Do not forget the FSA draft will actually be on 3 September, which is a Saturday during Labor Day weekend, and I promise I won't schedule anything like that over Labor Day weekend again. Big news for the Southwest pickers. If you did not already know this, you're about to find out now. We are doing a live draft. We have rented out the bar at the NCO Club here on Post, and we are going to be holding our draft there with an open bar and catered food. So you will be allowed to bring the families with you. So we expect a pretty good sized crowd of 25 to 30 people. My apologies to the rest of the regions who are not going to be able to have a live draft this year. Our hopes and dreams are whenever this thing called FSA grows a little bit bigger, we will be able to have live drafts in every single one of the regions. So don't forget, 3 September will be the draft for all 4 regions. All right, without any more delay, I know this is what you all came here for. Let's shake this one up real good since it's the last one of the day. All right, first number out of the cinch sack is the number 2. Number 2. And the number 2 pick is going to go to the Sicken Bambies and Cody Reed. Number 2 going to the Sicken Bambies. Cody will not be able to make it to the live draft this year. He will be PCSing before the season starts to Germany. Sad news because we won't be able to have him there at the draft, but good news is he's kind of given us a handshake agreement that he is going to work for his 3 years while he's in Germany on expanding FSA in the European market. So maybe before we even get all 12 regions filled here in the United States, we might already be expanded over into Europe. So keep our fingers crossed that that goes well for us. And if you're watching this live right now and you make any comments, go ahead and feel free to. I will be able to see them here on the computer as I am watching this right next to me as I'm doing this simultaneously. Next number out of the sack is the number 9. Number 9. And the number 9 pick is going to go to the Flying Hawaiians and Rick Laker, one of our newest members here with the FSA, Flying Hawaiians. He will have the number 9 pick in the draft on 3 September. All right. Next numbered ball out of the chute is number 5. Right middle of the whole draft selection, number 5. And number 5 is going to go to Boats and Hose. Ryan, you did not get the number 1 pick, number 5 pick. Hopefully middle of the pack makes you happy this year. Number 5. Next number out of the sack is number 6. Number 6 pick. And the number 6 pick is going to Bill Costa and the Warriors. Warriors getting the 6th pick. One of our new members to FSA as well this year. Happy to have him aboard. He will be there live at the draft with us on the 3rd of September. He told me he wanted me to open the bar for him now and keep it open all the way until draft day. Number 10. Number 10. That will be the last pick in the first round and the first pick in the second round. Let's see who this number 10 pick is going to belong to. Number 10 goes to the Recast and Armando Gutierrez. For those of you that are coming to the Southwest draft at the NCO Club, Gutierrez and his band, the Recast, will be there to play for us live. Not only will they be drafting the day of, they will also be live with us playing music. Waldron, I see you just jumped on. I don't know how long you've been watching because I don't know how this new Facebook thing works. But in case you didn't see or hear, you got the number 5 pick, not the number 1 pick. Next out of the cinch sack is the 7th pick, number 7. And number 7 goes to the Coyotes and Misty Bouchard. And yes, her and I are related. Coyotes get the number 7 pick. I'm safe, thank you. Appreciate it. I don't have to move. Cool. Yeah, but the only unfortunate part is the number 1 still out there and mine is still in the sack. Speaking of number 1 selection, the final number 1 coming out of the sack today is going to go to, Lord, I hope it's not me. The Black Knights and Oscar Resendez. Oscar Resendez and the Black Knights get the number 1 pick. Dizzy, I see you're on with me on chat, but I don't know if you're actually watching the video or not. You have the number 1 pick. 7 down, 3 to go. Number 3, 4, and 8 are still in the sack. The number 8 pick. Number 8. Is going to the Nightbreed. That belongs to me. I have the number 8 pick in this year's draft. All right, 2 left. We have the 3 and the 4 spots left. The number 4 spot. Number 4 spot. Snowman. Chris, I saw you just joined. I don't know if you've got a chance to watch where you got selected at in the FSA North, but you have the number 9 pick in the FSA North. Tell Luann she has the number 1 pick in the FSA North. We are on the number 4 pick right now. Number 4 belongs to Elvin Santiago and the Death Stalkers. Elvin Santiago and the Death Stalkers. That means the last ball that we have in the sack is number 3. Show it to you so y'all believe me. Number 3. And if memory serves me correctly, number 3 should be the Bison and Jamie Serta. And it is. Jamie, you have the number 3 pick in the FSA Southwest. Alright, so everybody now knows where they'll be selected on 3 September for the draft. Like I said, the Southwest will be a live draft at the NCO Club here on post. The other 3 will be online through Yahoo. Times are already posted on the rules page of FSA, so go check that out. Also, for those of you who couldn't make the show that might be watching this, post draft selections. There will be graphics being posted on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter of where you will be picking, where you'll be picking on 3 September. Gee, we had to move you up into the Great Lakes region this year, and you are the 6th pick in the Great Lakes region this year. You said you were going to start the season up in Illinois, so we elected to move you up into the Great Lakes this year. So you have the number 6th pick in the Great Lakes region. Does anybody else have any other questions before we call it quits? Before I start working on the graphics to be able to post this up on IG, Facebook, and Twitter. Any other questions? Hit me up with emails, text messages, however you feel best to reach me. Yeah, I was afraid of the competition. After the season I had last year, nobody should be afraid of me. So, anything else to add to the show? All right, y'all. Check out your emails, Instagram, Facebook, and Twitters for the draft selection spots, and we'll see you in a few minutes.